On this episode of the Need for Speed Most Wanted mods, we're taking a look at the Lethal Injection. It's a fantasy mod that was created many years ago by modder XenTek, and it's basically a weird blend of classic yet modern touch on luxury with a very futuristic style going in the back. It's a very particularly strange looking car, but it's kind of unique in its own way, and plus you're not going to find this in any other game. This replaces the Mercedes-Benz CLK 500, and this was requested by the Real Emil. And in case you're wondering about customization, there is nothing in terms of the likes of anything that's on body kits. Spoilers, is no point because it's not mapped properly, obviously. Hoods don't show up, and I do believe the roof scoops work. And interestingly enough, they actually go on the hood of the car. Of course, you don't really want anything that's really offset, because then in the case of most of them, it doesn't really work properly. But some of them, like this, like you can see it actually does kind of work. So if you want it, then it's right there. But I don't. You already know I'm personally not a fan of those, so I'm going to decline. You can obviously, of course, paint it. You can't put any vinyls on it, and I imagine you can do the window tints, but I don't usually tend to bother with that stuff. So anyways, what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be taking this out for a toll booth run. We're going to go with this one here. And if you're wanting to figure out how you can do the toll and all these challenge series with the car, when you go to select a car before a race, just press, if you have the extra options mod installed by the extra options team, basically all you have to do is enable. All you gotta do is basically, when you highlight the car, press F4, and it'll save that car in memory, so it'll default to using that car. Alright, so no matter what car the game tries to put you in, when you have F4 selected, it will always override it, so it cannot force you into a different car. Basically giving you the ability to drive any car through pretty much anything. So, which is why when I did that video of the final pursuit with the Gravedigger, that's how that was possible. So thank you to the extra options team for being able to make that possible. Also, don't know if my controller is set up properly, because this trigger's not feeling like it's being. Let me see here. Okay, yeah, it is. I was wondering, like, I didn't feel like there was any pressure sensitivity going on in this game for whatever reason, but it's just a case of the Lethal Injection has so much torque that it basically throws you off, thinking what's going on. So yeah, I thought I'd choose this toll booth run because it's a good, nice way to really show off like the performance of the car in a more lengthier environment. And of course, you get a bit of a pursuit chase in there because you do challenge series and whatnot. And because it's one of the later ones, you get level 5 pursuit. So the Lethal Injection, how does it drive? Well, this thing is pretty damn fast. Now, I wouldn't say it's fast. It's fast like the La Nina and Airstream concept, or the MP4-29, but it definitely does move quite a bit and would make a very excellent replacement for an otherwise pretty crappy car in the CLK 500. I believe it replaces the CLK 500. I might check after this, just before I end the video, if it is that or the SL 500. It's one of those two. I put this mod in a while ago, and I only now just got around to making this video, so you could say I've kind of forgotten. Yeah, I also like how you can go through the stadium with this toll booth. Whoa! That guy was just flying by. He just flew in, just trying to get into the action. That was pretty damn interesting. But yeah, basically the immense speed of the Lethal Injection and how quick it gets up, and its very strong handling basically allows it to make these toll booth runs pretty easy. So the car has a pretty respectable top end of about 240, which is about on par with most of the fully tuned cars in this game. It just reaches, maybe 241 actually. Although then again, that was me going slightly downhill. Although to be fair, this car will reach that top speed a lot faster than any of the other cars, including the Junkman M3 GTR, which is the Junkman 2 modified M3 GTR is ridiculously quicker than any of the other cars, but it does, you know, it is still gonna take a lot longer to get to that speed, to its top end, than compared to the lethal injection here. But yeah. So, anyways, another thing, of course, is this. As you can obviously hear, this is the first video I've made since the new change in the format where I'm actually speaking. A lot of people turned out. A lot of you just kind of tended to miss me hearing my voice. I'm not sure why, but although I was told it kind of is what makes the meat of the video. So I do appreciate it, and you know, I'll keep it around for you guys because a lot of you tend to enjoy when I talk in these videos, even though I might not think the same thing myself. So. But that's just shows you how good the lethal injection is as a car. And like I said, I was going to quickly check. In fact, let's I don't really need. This doesn't really matter. Okay, let's see here. What was this replacing? I don't remember. Okay, that is definitely the CLK 500 because that is Kaze's. That is what remains of Kaze's Mercedes-Benz CLK 500. So yes, that is in I was right the first time. It in fact replaces the CLK 500 because yep, there it is, SL 500. Good. the more I remember things, and that's what its stock stats look like. And of course, this is what the car looks like in its stock paint. You can't really notice the little chrome trim like you can when I repainted it like this. That's which is why I did it, so you could actually see it. And yes, in case you're curious, if I decide to drive this car out, it will still remain looking. Oh yeah, oops, I forgot. I had F4 still enabled. My bad. But yeah, it'll still look like that if you bring it out. That doesn't change. So I thought let's just get a bit of a jump in. If that make for a good thumbnail, probably. But yeah, I wouldn't even have to apply nitrous. Even on the hardest, I mean, an even better one actually. Even on the hardest difficulty, you can kind of see just how because of this car's immense speed, how it just will easily just blow everything else away, which is why. And even with the blacklist racers, even with the catch-up because you know they do have rubber banding programmed into them, this car is just too quick for them to really even keep up. I mean, as you can see here, the AI is going to try, but you can see, well, the car just kind of propels away way too fast. So once you get this thing going back up to speed, that they can't. They just keep falling back. So, you know, you can try, but they can try, but it's when it comes to the lethal injection, it's a dose of lethal injection. You're going to get hurt from it if you're one of the AI drivers, which I can't imagine why you would be, because how would that work exactly? Whatever. I'm just saying things at this point. Effectively. So anyways, that's gonna do it for this car. Of course, as I usually always do, you can check it out in the description down below if you want to try out the car mod for yourself. I'll also, of course, leave the link to the person who requested it, which was the real Emil for requesting this mod, so thank you, Emil, for the mod requests. If you ever want to request any other mods, might as well. I'm gonna basically be getting through the list of cars I currently have, because there is a lot of them that I have to still do. So, but what I'll probably just end up doing is I'll make like a bulk of these videos and just get them out, because it's just, you know, these are kind of like quick shoot videos. I can just record them and just upload them right away. So that'll probably be what I do. And of course, as always, I'm going to leave all the other links down below for everything else I have: Twitter, Twitch, Patreon, forum board, submitting clips for highlight reel, all that kind of fancy stuff that you can check out. So, and very finally, whatever. Thank you guys so much for watching, and take care.